The surface of the water here is covered in insects. There are mayflies, two different sized mayflies, there are midges, there are these large mosquito looking things that I think are some kind of chironomid. And then there's swarms, there's little swarms like this of gnats. I keep inhaling them and coughing on them. Yeah, but the number of insects here is just phenomenal, which is why, even though the stream is so small in the summer like this, it's got such a density of big fish, and they're all fat because it's such a rich stream. Okay, I've spotted another good fish right up against the tussock on the bank there. He's just cruising up around the bend, but he's cruised up and down a couple of times. So what I'm going to do is wait till he's up at the other end, cast the fly, and then wait for him to come back and grab it. I hooked that fish. I hooked him up to the left there. He's run all the way down there, and now he's hanging down in the current below. I can give him a bit of slack, even though he's downstream of me, because I think he's sitting in the weed bed. So I've got to try and get down to him on that mud bar there. Oh man, it's tricky. He's gone into the weeds. I'm going to let him sit in the weeds. He's well hooked. I don't think he's going to get off. I've got a 4-pound tippet on this time instead of the 2-pound. So I'm just going to let him sit there in the weeds. He's hiding, so he's not as wary, and it's going to give me a chance to get down onto that mud bank where I'll be able to net the fish, hopefully. Yep, he's just still sitting in the weed bed and he's still firmly hooked. So this is something else I've learned from experience. If you've got a fish on, you don't need to haul it in straight away. You don't need to pull it like a horse. You can actually just let the fish sit. It's still on, he's not going anywhere, and it allows me to get my net, which is in my backpack here. And I always wet the net before putting the fish in it. Otherwise, this net, which is a little bit abrasive, it's not one of those eco-friendly nets. It's a little bit abrasive, and it could wipe the protective slime off the fish. Okay, so he's just in there, right in that weed bed. Now I'm going to try and pull him out. There he comes, see? Just like that. Now the fight will begin again because he realises he's hooked. He doesn't want to come in. I need to tighten my drag just a little. He's a good size, he's nearly 3 pounds. The main thing is to keep him from going under the bank anywhere. Weeds is okay, as long as I can get him out of the weeds like that. Yep, I just turned his head and steered him. Yep, he's still fighting. I don't want him to get under the bank, so I just put side strain on and turn his head. I think he's got the line wrapped around his gills. It's not a good thing, because it makes it harder for me to land him. It's okay when he goes into a stretch of water like that where there's silt into the rod, and hope that I can get him on this tug without him pulling off. Okay, I'm going to lead him to the net. He can't see the net yet. And now I've got him! And he's about 3 pounds. Whoa, what a terrific fish. Yep, he's a glorious trout. Ha! So this is about the 10th or 12th trout like this that I've cast to. And the first one I've actually landed, because I've had a couple break off, and I've had a couple where the hook pulled out. Here's a horse of a trout in this tiny little creek, right? This is a big pool, but at other places this creek is so small you can jump over it, and sometimes it's in like 2 or more sections. Anyway, that is one of the best trout I've caught in a long time. So there you go. I'm going to let him go now. There he goes. Beautiful 3-pound brown. Honey wants to snip him again. There, bye-bye fish. Yeah.